Hey guys, sorry I haven't been on in a while. I actually was hoping to do a different video today. One talking about like the nausea and pregnancy symptoms and stuff that I've been having. However, the last week has been probably one of the worst that my husband and I have ever had. I had an appointment last Thursday. Today is Thursday, so a week ago, with my fertility doctor and had my first ultrasound. And my mom came with me, and we were, excited to get those first pictures and see my baby and everything. However, the ultrasound tech said that she could not find a heartbeat and that there was like gray matter in where it's supposed to be black. And she went and got the doctor, and I was thinking she was just going to come back with the doctor and, like the doctor would prove her wrong and that he would find a heartbeat and things like that. But and I think I know that, when you're in this profession, they've probably been doing it for years. They probably just already know. But the first moments that just got me by was that they're just not certain or something. But I kind of feel differently about that now. But anyway, the doctor came in and talked to me, pretty much said that we'll come in for an ultrasound this week and check again. But the way that it's looking is that it's not going to end well and that I will miscarry. And he kind of told me, like what to expect, to call him if there was any bleeding or that my symptoms would start decreasing and things like that. And they had measured my baby at 6 weeks, 6 days, and my app on that particular day said I was 7 weeks and 1 day or 7 weeks and 2 days or something like that. So if my baby did die, it would have just died. And that morning I had vomited for the first time. I really, really had a hard time with like week 6 hit me so hard, and I had no idea how I was going to make it through the first trimester. Like, my eyes have been open to women worldwide, and I have no idea how you guys do this. Like, my husband and I had found out about like the end of week 3, and week 4 we went on vacation, and I was super exhausted and tired, and but excuse me, I'm gonna take a drink. Anyway, so week 4, my husband and I had went on vacation, and I was really tired, and I don't know if it was from vacation or, being pregnant, but I was just so exhausted and kind of was feeling queasy every now and then, but nothing different than what I already kind of normally am, kind of nauseous here and there. Week 5, the nausea was increasing. I had the breast tenderness and stuff. But week 6 just hit me like a wall. Like, the nausea was so bad, and I had no idea how I was going to get through this. Like, my husband and I had planned on telling people from like 12 weeks to 16 weeks, but like I begged him for me to tell my mom because I needed my mom. Like, I Googled everything on how to combat morning sickness. Like, I did everything that I could. And like, when I started making doctor's appointments, I was gonna beg them for help. Like, because I I have a list here. I don't mean to be I don't mean to be a baby about this, but like I felt like I was dying and I was wondering if I should go to the emergency room or whatever, but my symptoms were like killing me. And I still kind of have them. I'll get to that later, but like I would get shaky, and I'm not sure if that was from low blood sugar or high blood sugar, um or anxiety. I'm not sure, like, and I was getting palpitations, just gagginess, nausea, dry heaves, vomiting, bloating was really bad, and like gas, like it felt like gas was stuck in there. TMI, I don't care. But it felt like gas was stuck in there, and like just having the littlest release from either end was such a blessing. The breast tenderness, just muscle aches. My body felt warm, but my temperature was fine. You know, I had the frequent urination already. My abdominal muscles were kind of tender. I don't know if I'm assuming it's from the uterus expanding, but I would get sharp visceral abdominal pain, but I've had that. Headaches, exhaustion, strong food aversions. Like, I don't really have any cravings. Like, to get pregnant, I've been on a diet called the blood type diet with my naturopath, and that has been like thrown out the window, and I'm wondering if, you know, if that's what's even starting to make me feel so crappy. But like, they're like, the smell of salad just makes me want to gag. Like, I am just trying to like live, and and saltine crackers are my friends, but saltine crackers are like the enemy of my diet. And like the smell of my house, like the living room and the kitchen, like, oh, huge irritability. I'm so glad my husband hasn't like picked fights with me or anything. And then like I would get diarrhea and stuff, but so that was like starting week 6. And then I had the appointment very beginning of week 7, and he just wants me to come back today, so that's what I'll be doing. When I was first told that, you know, I was pregnant and it was confirmed with the fertility doctor, they wanted me to make an appointment with my OB, and so I did, and I had that appointment Tuesday this week. That was a complete disaster. I would like to like somehow, I'm trying my very best to like see the good in this woman, but it was like such a disaster, and my mom and I just kept trying to like give her every opportunity to think. Anyway, to start from the beginning, I go into the appointment, we get my weight, I do my urine test, I go in the office, and, you know, she starts the appointment, and, you know, she asks me how I'm doing, and I'm like, well, I had the appointment Thursday with my fertility doctor, no heartbeat was seen, and that there was gray matter in where it's supposed to be black. And then she goes off yelling at me because I didn't bring in the ultrasound report. Like, I just told you my baby is dead, or probably dead, and you are yelling at me because I didn't bring in the report. And I don't understand that, because being a nurse myself, I am able to talk to other offices and get information for my patients, or, you know, of my patients. And apparently they're not allowed to do that. Like, they have to get my permission or consent or whatever. And I'm like, well, I'm right here. Like, go get paperwork and I'll consent for you to get it from the office. Like, why are you yelling at me because I didn't bring that with me? That was just the start of the appointment. And, like, we go on and, you know, she's yelling at me because I didn't bring in the ultrasound. So I was just going to get up and leave. And I made the gesture to get up and leave. And she tries to coax me to stay. And we do the rest of the appointment with intake. Like, she's getting all this information from me. And it's like, I don't see the point because this is an OB intake. And I just told you that my baby is dead. And, like, it was just so weird because, you know, she asks me, like, what number pregnancy this is for me. And I tell her that it's my first pregnancy. And she's congratulating me and everything. And my mom's like, we're not excited. Like, we just told you now twice that my baby doesn't have a heartbeat. And I don't even know where to keep going with this because it just keeps falling apart, disaster after disaster. And it's like, I feel like I'm even forgetting stuff, and it's probably a good thing because, I don't know. Like, she goes through and gives me this packet of pregnancy magazines and pediatrician lists and do's and don'ts and everything. And like, then I start asking her, I'm like, well, don't you want to get another ultrasound? Or, like, I was telling her, like, you know, what we do at my practice as far as communicating with other doctors to get the information that we need. And it's like, I gave her every opportunity, and she's just like, it'll be okay. I just told you that it's not okay. Oh my gosh. I've never been so mad. Like, even outwardly, like me getting up to walk out, I should have just gone. This lady was not getting it. So, thank God for my husband. And I'm really glad my mom was there to witness this so that I'm not crazy. And, like, she even, I mean, like I said, she was told the lady, she's like, we're not excited about this. And like, I don't see what the problem was. Like, go get the doctor. Like she was just so set on doing her job that she couldn't deter from that. She couldn't, like, function with new information. Like, we did get labs done, and I have not gotten a phone call regarding my labs. I did get a phone call from the doctor apologizing for the visit because I went home and complained after the appointment to my husband, and thank goodness he got on the phone and got snippy. He called and asked for the manager and told her vaguely, but told her kind of what happened. And she said that she would be filling out a form for corporate and that they would probably be following up. And yeah, I did get my apology from the doctor, which I'm glad, but I'm not going back. It was just a nightmare. Like, it's just a nightmare because no, and my husband's holding out hope. He wants me to hold out hope that our baby is still alive because the doctor, the fertility doctor, didn't say anything, just that it's looking like I'm probably going to miscarry because there was no heartbeat. And, you know, I was far enough along that we should have seen that. And that we were going to follow up today with another ultrasound. And, you know, my symptoms, as bad as they were, have actually dramatically decreased, which does make me believe that I'll probably miscarry. I'm really anxious about it because I just don't know what it's going to be like, and I'm supposed to be working, and it's like my baby, like and that's what makes that OB appointment so disastrous, because like I'm telling her that I've been infertile for 2.5 years. I'm like, and she like asks me like, was it an old machine that the fertility doctor used? I'm like, I was going to a teaching hospital, like I'm seeing fertility professionals, and she like thinks my symptoms are from fertility medicine, which if you know anything about Femera and Avidril, it's in and out of your system like that. And like, oh, it's like I've been infertile for 2.5 years, my very first pregnancy, and my baby's dead. Guys, I'm a nurse, and this is not like the first disastrous appointment that I've had. I just feel so bad for people who don't have that knowledge base to protect themselves. I feel like since I'm on the rant, that maybe I'll just continue. um my very first fertility appointment that I had was with a different company, actually, and I go in there by myself. This is why I don't go to appointments by myself anymore, because disastrous things happen even with family members coming with me, and it's like I just need witness to this. But anyway, the very first appointment, I come in with all my labs that my naturopath doctor had ordered, and I show him those, and I tell him my husband's sperm analysis, and he's like, you have a 5 to 7% chance of conceiving with insemination and a 70% chance of conceiving with IVF. I would prefer if you did IVF because you would be more closely monitored considering your weight and risk of ovarian hyperstimulation. Guess what? I just went to a different doctor, tried things before getting that dramatic, and got pregnant. Crazy Harvard graduated doctors. That's just like money grubbing. I mean, he probably does that to a lot of women, and they're just gonna like spend $20,000 to get pregnant. Alright, sorry, I need to end this because I'm just like so irritable and grouchy, and I thank you for listening, but I feel bad for bringing you down. it's not a good time right now in my life, and I'm hoping that, I don't know, I'm hoping good things for this appointment, but like with the evidence that I have so far, I don't know if it's gonna go well. I don't have a good feeling, but just pray for me and Steven, and we'll have different videos, different and better videos coming up, hopefully. Okay, bye.